to my YouTube channel. Today's video will be a get to know me tag nursing edition. So with my very first YouTube video, I thought that it would be a good idea for my subscribers and my followers to get to know me a little bit more and to get to know about my nursing journey. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe down below and turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload. And if you're interested in watching this video, please stay tuned. My name is Bria Alexia. I am a registered nurse in Atlanta, Georgia. I received my BSN degree from Chamberlain College of Nursing in May of 2017. As a new graduate nurse, I began my nursing career as a nurse resident in a step-down ICU position. So if you're not familiar with a step-down ICU, it is basically not as critical as ICU, but the patients have to be monitored a little closer than being on the med-surg floor. So my patient to nurse ratio is usually 4:1 and maybe 3:1 if I have a patient that is on a ventilator. In October of 2018, I did start a new position. It's still in the step-down ICU, but I started at a different facility. So I am currently working at a level 1 trauma center in Atlanta, Georgia. And at this facility, I have learned so much. So I previously worked in a community-based hospital for about a year and 2 months. But I thought that it would be beneficial for me in my future to go into a teaching hospital so that I will learn a little bit more. At this facility, it is a teaching hospital. So when I first began, I learned so many new things. We were required to take certain classes that I have previously taken, but I was glad that I was able to take these classes because I brushed up on a little bit more of my skills. They went over different equipment that I have not been familiar with. And just what this facility is very different from where I came from. We see a range of different people. My main thing for applying and being employed at this facility is to get exposed to more things, because where I was, we saw basically the same things or similar things over and over. And I just wanted to get more experience from where I was, because I do plan on going to the ICU or branching off in different areas. But as far as my future for this year, I do want to start traveling close to the end of the summer towards the fall time. So I feel like these few months or about a year of experience at this facility will be very, very beneficial for me, for my nursing career, and it will allow me to learn a little bit more. So as a registered nurse, I have been exposed to different areas. I did start as a registered nurse in a step-down ICU. A few months after I started my nurse residency program, I did go into cosmetic surgery. So I worked in plastics for about 6 months, and I really enjoyed it, but I knew that for me, it's not something that I want to do for a long-term thing. So the experience there was very interesting, and I got to get some experience in the OR as far as surgery. But I do want to branch off in different areas. Also, I have a PRN position as a home health registered nurse for pediatrics. I've taken on a few cases within the last few months. I started there July of last year, and I really enjoyed it. I initially wanted to go into pediatrics as a registered nurse from the beginning, but from having my experience there as a home health pediatric nurse, I personally don't think that I will go into pediatrics as a full-time nurse as of right now. I may be able to do it after I get more experience in critical care in ICU, but as far as me going into pediatrics right now, my thinking on that has changed a lot, and it's not because of me starting off in adults. It is the mental part of nursing that gets to me. When I have had these pediatric patients, they are not like your family members that are walking and talking. I've had a case where there was basically the kid was a certain age but had a mind of a 4 or 5 year old. So me personally, I'm not sure if pediatrics is fully for me to be working full time, but I do or did enjoy working there as a home health pediatric nurse. So with my future goals, I do plan on traveling towards the end of the summer and or fall time. I'm in the process of getting my compact license, which is a multi-state license that covers, I believe, 34 states as of right now. And with this multi-state license, I'm able to travel and go and practice basically in these states without having to get a separate license. And I actually like the concept of this multi-state compact license because you don't have to spend extra money for each state. You just get this compact license and it covers the 34 states. So I do plan on travel nursing in the near future. I'm not sure exactly how long I will go for it. Maybe a year and a half. But I do plan on going back to school for my master's as a nurse practitioner and or get my doctorate of nursing practice. So I do plan on being a nurse practitioner. I'm not exactly sure what area if I want to go into. But I do also want to get my first assist certification, which is basically assisting in the operating room with the surgeons as far as doing the sutures and everything like that. So I am still looking into different nurse practitioner schools. I do feel like I should get a little bit more experience before I go out and try to be a nurse practitioner. Just for me, my preference personally. But in the near future, I do plan on going back to school. I'm not sure when, but I am going to go back to get my FNP license. So my advice for inspiring nurses and even nursing students is if you're going into nursing for your passion, and if this is something that you have been wanting to do for a very long time, then I say go for it. Do not go into nursing because you think it is very glamorous, it's very fashionable, you'll be wearing the nice looking scrubs, because that is not what nursing is. That's what some people like to show you, but you do not see the backside of what we go through as nurses. So my thing is, if you're going into nursing because that's what you want to do, you love caring for people, and you just want to build a career as a nurse and go further, then I say go for it. So this concludes my video. I thank you all for so much support that I have been getting over the past year, not on YouTube, but for my blog personally. Make sure that you're subscribed down below, turn on your notification bell, and comment down below some suggestions of videos that you all would like to see. Also, be looking out for more content that will come out in the next week or so. And I just want to say thank you again for all the support.